Welcome back, y'all. I hope you got some rest from that last segment. This one is going to be fairly short. We're going to talk about developing social management skills. Why is this important? Well, there's a lot of stigma in our society around suicide death, and we tend to walk around with our own stigmas, project them on the people around us, and then imagine what they're thinking about suicide death and take that on to ourselves, right? And so it is important for us to actually sit down and write down how we feel about the story that we hold, our story of suicide loss, right? And so in this segment, what I specifically want you to do is sit down with your journal, with your loved ones, with your therapist, and really ask yourself the question, what reactions have I experienced from others? What experiences have you had with the emotions and reactions of others towards the fact that your loved one died of suicide? This is important. Take some time to do this. Journal it out. Put on some favorite music, get some tea, go sit outside, look out, go in your safe place, sit on your bed, be with a safe person, and really talk about what reactions have I experienced from others. Then what I want you to do is ask yourself and create some conversation, whether internally or externally, about ways to create boundaries with emotions. So, the reality is we are going to get interesting emotions from other people about, well, any form of loss, specifically suicide loss. And so one way that we can manage the reactions that come from others about the mode of death is first by mentalizing, right? And seeing from the other's point of view. I have learned that if I'm being triggered or a little bit offended by questions that someone is asking me, or the fact if I feel like they're not really understanding what I'm talking about, I will tell myself, Helena, mentalize. What is their point of view when they're hearing your story or they're listening to you? And again, I put on their shoes and then take them off, right? To allow myself to create a distinction that there's me and that there's this person, right? And so then this allows for space, and this allows actually for me to ask them questions about maybe their questions or their emotions and their thoughts. And the beautiful thing about this practice is that it allows us to create better connections, stronger connections, and to facilitate learning. So instead of just assuming, oh, your question is offensive or your emotions or feelings or beliefs are offensive, let's ask more questions so that we can facilitate conversations and start to learn more about this real lived experience of losing a loved one to suicide death, okay? So take some time to write this out, talk this out with someone you love, and I will see you in the next segment.